All right.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to let you kind of jump on this one because you loved Sicario.
I loved the first one so much. It was Denis Villeneuve, the director. We've talked about a lot.
Yeah.
We love his work. I mean, didn't he do
Blade Runner?
He did Blade Runner, of course.
And Arrival.
I don't know why I drew a blank right there, but
2049, not the first one.
exactly. Yeah, it hasn't been around that long. But the first one was so stylish, so unique, so fresh, something we really hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
One thing we know about him from Arrival is the guy knows how to use a score as a character
That is
in
true.
a movie. He's not the only director who's ever done that, but he's the best guy at it currently, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that was one of the cool things about Sicario.
Yeah.
And also, what a revelation Benicio del Toro was in that movie.
Yeah, oh.
He just blew the doors off
He's a
of that
badass.
role. I mean, he just blew the doors off that role. So now we've got the characters Josh Brolin played and Benicio del Toro coming back with a different story.
And that's kind of it, though.
That really is it. I mean, that's the only
connection.
thing that makes it a sequel.
Yeah. The scenario here is that the hot commodity that's coming across the border is not drugs anymore.
Right.
It's people.
Yeah.
It's smuggling people into the United States, and so our government wants to shut it down. So how they do it, because the cartels are basically running this, operation.
Right.
So they said, let's start, basically an inside gang war, and we'll secretly start it. They won't know it's us, and they'll basically just kill each other.
Right.
And so they hire Benicio del Toro to kind of get involved in the game. Josh Brolin's leading the operation.
Right.
And you've got it all going, but pretty much it all goes to hell.
Yeah, things go badly, as they do in movies.
And a little girl gets involved, the daughter of one of the kingpins.
Right.
And while she's targeted, first it's kidnapping, then like, we got to kill her basically, she does way too much.
Yeah.
And then it's Benicio del Toro has a change of heart and says, I'll, protect her.
Things go bad and they have to decide to burn some people.
Yeah.
And those people don't want to be burned.
Nope.
So it's all about how one side tries to snuff out the other, and the other side tries to survive, basically.
And where we said in the beginning of this is that, there are sequels that should not be made.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as the first one by a long shot.
No.
And I don't think it's good enough to survive without the first one either.
Do you think you would have liked it more, though? Because this is how I feel. I would have liked it more if it wasn't called Sicario.
Yes, definitely.
Because you're immediately going to compare it to the first one.
One of the things that movies that tackle big political issues have to do, and this one does it.
Talk about a timely issue. I mean,
no doubt about it. But you have to have a movie that, for the rah-rah America people, feels patriotic and sort of rings the bell for them.
Yeah.
You've also got to have a movie that's got enough gray areas in it that for people who have a complicated relationship with America, like me, you can find something there to be provoked by. And this movie actually does that well.
Yeah.
I feel like it straddles that line pretty well. I was sitting next to a guy at a movie that every time it was rah-rah, he was like, yeah. It was surprising because that was not the emotion I was having when I was watching this film. So I do have to give the writers credit for treading that line really, really artfully.
If anything I think that does match the first one, it's brutal. I mean, we're talking shooting people in the face.
Definitely some violence.
Some people in the head.
Yeah.
But I will say this, also in comparison with the first one, Benicio steals it.
He really does.
And I love Josh Brolin. I mean, God, I'm talking about someone who hasn't sat down all year with Infinity War, Deadpool, and now this one.
And he's very good in this, and Del Toro's good in this too, although he doesn't have nearly as much to do.
Yeah.
He's probably in it more. I'm not sure if we should count the minutes, but it just doesn't seem as rich a character turn this time.
It feels, I don't want to say phoned in, but it feels, and I think I would have liked it more if they just called it something else.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're making it a sequel, and I'm going to easily compare it to it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. It's nowhere near as good as the first one. You can tell even when the director doesn't come back. There's an issue there.
That's always a problem in a sequel. What'd you think about the ending? Because I mean, basically, one of the characters almost looks at the screen and says, "There's going to be a third one."
Yeah, there's the end question mark.
Yeah, exactly.
A little corny, a little heavy-handed.
A little bit.
And do I want a third one? If you can make it better than the second one, then more like the first one.
I wouldn't mind another shot with these characters.
Tell Villeneuve to come back.
Definitely.
I'm at 3 stars.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it more than I thought I did, but Sicario, the first one, I think we were both kind of 4 stars.
That was a 4-star movie. It was one of my favorite movies of the year. This is a 2.5-star movie for me.
I was thinking 2.5.
Yeah.
I'll probably teeter back and forth, but in the same range. 2.5
I'm at
over here.
2.5.
I'll give it 3 today.
Yeah.
That is Sicario, Day of the Soldado. Coming up next, I'm Big Movie Mouth Off. We're going to show trailers for movies coming out next week. Stay tuned.